the federal government of Nigeria declares June 12th the public holiday to commemorate the Democracy Day. In this video, we'll be discussing what the Minister of Interior said about the Democracy Day and the declaration of the June 12th. Again, we'll be seeing some public views concerning this development. We would like to see your comment. Thank you. The government of Nigeria has declared June 12 as a public holiday to commemorate Democracy Day. Rufus, Minister of Interior, made the announcement on Monday. He hailed Nigerians at home and in diaspora for embracing democracy as the system of governance in the country. A statement by Georgina, Permanent Secretary of Minister of Interior, said, Ogbeni called on all Nigerians to continue to cherish this selfless effort and collaborate with the President Muhammadu Buhari administration to ensure the realization of the democratic ideals which these patriots fought for, even at the cost of their lives. The minister, who's reassured Nigerians of the federal government's commitment to battling the surgence of COVID-19 with the cooperation of all Nigerians, advised them further to take responsibility for stopping the spread of the virus. He entreated the need of all Nigerians to stay safe by observing physical and social distancing, personal and respiratory hygiene, as well as other regulations issued by relevant authorities. June 12 is symbolic in Nigeria's history after what is described as the country's freest and fairest election was conducted on that day in 1993. So the federal government have made this announcement on Monday. But the question now is how democratic is Nigeria as a society? For the little, or in a layman's language, democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So, but coming to Nigeria as a society now, how democratic do you think Nigeria is as a country? Is this government really by the people? Is it for the people? Because so many things that have been going on here and the agitation were here and there, people complaining, people be doing all kind of crises, bandit crisis, the killing by the herdsmen, all sorts of man-made crisis and disaster that have been befalling this country. I am just trying to know, or I just want to understand from other people if truly this country is democratic. Come to think of it, a lot of things that has been going on in this state is not supported by the people. People don't like the way things are happening and they could not do anything about it. Nobody can come up and say, yes, this is what can be done about this. But if I think the democracy is really active in this country, that means people will be free to contribute their own little support in terms of giving their own opinion in some certain area and in some certain situations in the country. So, but now, Nigeria have declared June 12 a democracy day, meaning that the rule of democracy should be observed in this part of the world. But how far have they succeeded in doing that? How far have they seen to the rule of democracy being practicalized in the country Nigeria? There is nothing like that Nigeria is a democratic state. But when you come to the dealing, when you come to the happenings, you will see that there is nothing like a democratic state in it. So, but I don't know, I cannot say it all. I just want to hear from others what this thing is all about and what people really think is going on in this. And your only true contribution will help us understand this more. Before we continue, let's see what people are saying about this declaration. Somebody said democracy has suffered in Nigeria. If I hear say Nigeria is a democracy state, another person say democracy indeed. How sure are we that you are not? How sure are we that you are not saying it because you are told to say it? Another person said Nnamdi Kanu rightly said that Nigeria is an autocratic place. Which democratic place with people always being killed in their own country and little or nothing is being done about it? Some other person say democracy or not, let's fight this pandemic so that every one of us will go about his and her businesses. The other person say, what is even the meaning of democracy? I don't understand. If you know, explain. And it is said that June 12 was formerly known as Abiola's Day, celebrated in Lagos, Nigeria, and some southwestern states of Nigeria. These were done to commemorate the democratic election of Abiola on June 12 in 1993, in what has been adjusted to be Nigerians' freest and fairest election. So now, I think this June 12 is symbolic in the Nigerian history. Nigeria cannot do without the June 12 significances, because it's all about a free and fair election. And the question is, are we still having the freest and the fairest election now? Is the democracy that the June 12 is set to be celebrated in, is the democracy still existing? If it's still existing, how far is it existing? How many people are enjoying that democracy in this country? How many people have the mind to say yes, that democracy is in play? How will this declaration of the June 12 as a public holiday, what fruit will it yield? How beneficial will it be to the members of the society? Is it because of how symbolic it is that it is made a public holiday, or is there any special thing about the June 12 that people need to know, that people need to celebrate about, that people need to keep on reminding or remembering every year, every June 12? These are so many questions that need to be answered, and the questions is not meant for any particular person. It's meant for everybody in the society Nigeria. Everybody in the country Nigeria by this time should know, yes, this is what June 12 means to me. This is my own interpretation of June 12, or this is my own interpretation of June 12 declaration of public holiday. This is what I have to say about it. This is what I think about it. You can also know, you will also know that if Nigeria have to declare it a public holiday, that means it is very, very symbolic. So it is very good for us to also know how symbolic this has been. And from what I said earlier, it's just because of the MKO Abiola's election on the June 12 in the 1993. That is just one of the things that makes the June 12 very symbolic. And it is said that is the freest and fairest election ever in the country. So if not for anything, I just urge that by the because this declaration is made, let every part of the country that are still going through election now, or even in the near future, let them embrace this freest and fairest election. Let the people be able to say yes, that we are seeing that this election is free and fair, and nothing is compromised about it. If not for anything, I think that is the one of the ways that we will say yes, June 12 is still significant, and the declaration of a public holiday on the June 12 is still worth it. Thank you for now, but I would like to see your own view. What do you think about this? Let's chat on the comment section below. Thank you and bye for now.